I don't hate it for that, as the Korean casters yelled no when this was hovered because they don't like this Gnar counter pick. They'd rather see the Sejuani, and so would I in this draft because it needs a little bit more frontlining. We've already got great engage with Nami here, Taliyah to be able to set up fights and also engage from far away.
Yes, a fellow Project Lucian enjoyer is aiming. I appreciate it.
Everything is kind of going according to plan here for Hanwha Life Esports. The early game goes well for the Ahri.
Well, Life is in a whole host of trouble. That's a flash forward from Johnny as the Ignite's still ticking down. The Life will survive. That's why you drink your potions. Ooh, Rascal's pretty low here. Just gets gnawed into the wall. Dudu gonna find the wallop. But yeah, Bristle just shaking it off, I guess. Bit of Taylor Swift action here for Rascal. He's just wanting to go home.
I mean, Cassiopeia doesn't have a split. It doesn't have the fork in the tail. You know, you need two
true.
shoes. You got two spots for shoes, I guess, as the mermaid here.
Well, there's a Gravitum onto aiming. He's going to take a bit of damage. Moonlight Vigil connects this time. There's the flash from Onfleek. Does manage to get the extended range on the Audacious charge, but will just go straight into an Aqua Prison and take so much damage. Has to Crescent Guard to keep himself alive as Cuz is down here on the bottom side as well. And we are going to have a gentleman's agreement and back away. Or I say that now, Cuz is moving in. Back will come through. As now another seismic shove connects onto Karis. Our Taliyahs have just been on point today.
It's just the night of Taliyah too. Like every Taliyah comp just makes so much sense, and this is no exception. Like Taliyah into Ahri dashes feels horrible for the Ahri. Taliyah's, in terms of making an impact on the game, constantly rotating down. This is going to be another 3v3.
Yeah, there's, teleport to come forward as Chonny's going to miss another ultimate. Wind becomes lightning, comes on through as Chonny, it's Alcove Gaming now. And doesn't have the ult, doesn't have anything. There's no option, and that's First Blood going over to aiming. I actually kind of forgot that we'd had no kills this game, and somehow it is aiming that collects it in the end.
First turret blood, though, goes to the top laner here for Hanwha.
Oh, well, speaking of top laners, Onfleek is just going to be picked up by Rascal. And Rascal was just lurking in a brush. Vista looking to come on over here as Dudu gets the wraparound, misses the seismic shove, and Vikla has no flash. The heal's going to come through, but he's still dead. Karis is going to help pick that one up as Rascal does collect somehow the Eye of the Herald for the second one, but Sejuani's still going to go down. So an odd series of plays. Well, there's a stun, but there's 5 members of Hanwha Life here, but it doesn't seem to bother KT. Onfleek gonna ult, gonna dash on forward, trying to frontline here for the team as another Moonlight Vigil will actually connect. Somehow no one's dead yet, but Onfleek's relatively low. Rascal trying to tank where he can. You cannot step that far forward by yourself, young man, as Dudu is going to hit Mega Gnar and does flash to get to relative safety. As yes, once again, it's bloodless. But KT get control of the mid lane, and they have Shirley to augment it. As there's the charm flash to go through. Weaver's Wall is not going to do anything as a little snowman is the Taliyah. Onfleek will be traded there, as you can see. Shirley still just hard at work here in the mid lane as Rascal's going to Arctically Assault over the wall. Vista now as well was waiting in the brush, actually managed to bait Vista in, and the rest of KT can't do anything about it. I think Hanwha should be able to take a dragon now, and this game went from nothing happening to everything very, very quickly as, just fast enough is aiming.
Oh man, I would have flashed that. I would have been so scared. He does not flash and is just, as you say, narrowly able to avoid it. As this should be mid-turret plus Drake. Dudu's already started it up right now, has a Gnar bar, no one can collapse on him.
Rascal, where do you come from? The Bristle drive-by onto the Lulu. It's a double kill for the bloodthirsty Sejuani. Dudu will take this other objective as top laners seem to be the ones securing the neutrals this game, but aiming's going to pick up yet another kill. And as we check in on the stats...
All right, now this is when Rascal comes in with teleport. From downtown, what's up? Bristle's here.
Well, in the meantime, you've got Onfleek underneath his turret. Cuz is going to kill him. Not sure about the lead up but you have to assume that it's very similar to the lead-up of the last play, which was craziness. As Karis decides, oh, okay, he's going to blast cone his way over. There's the flash finally coming out from Aiming, who was trying to hold it for the entire game, I guess. It's 20 minutes and KT are going to do Baron. May as well.
Yeah,
right?
I guess so.
Whatever, it's
Yeah.
fine. Baron's up, we're here.
They're on the wrong side of the map, and, you know, I think they're going to get away with it here, although...
The queen of all the chaos here as Weaver's Wall comes through. Dudu is on the wrong side of it, but he avoids the seismic shove as KT's trying to sneak autos in here. As you can see, running real fast. Let's see whether Vikla can stay alive. Good wallop comes through, but here's the turnaround. Karis gonna have to go golden as Cuz's Heartbreaker is now on cooldown, but he still stabs the Ahri to death. That charm was just, what the heck, Cuz? Are you the best Ahri in this game? As the Crescent Guard's not gonna be enough for OnFleek to survive, and KT, they are very far ahead. That is why KT has this 5,000 gold lead. It's
still crazy to me that Dudu is 1,000 gold ahead.
As Aiming's dashing for him. There's the culling, and he picks it up just the perfect amount. And that was a majestic tidal wave there from Life as well for moral support.
Just like,
I don't know what it's been with like ults from supports today, but they have been very strange. Here's the full collapse. As now Dudu is being completely sandwiched. The wall's going to cut him off as the ulti to finish there as well as Rascal comes down. Cuz Heartbreakers to get himself out of dodge. Zoned the rest of Hanwha away from their own base that is now just going to get broken down by KT. And KT's like, you left your keys in the door. I guess we'll just walk in.
Yeah, don't even have to check onto the mat. Yeah, and he's got a stopwatch now too.
And he's also got a Tidecaller's Blessing coming from a Nami that has Imperial Mandate and Void Staff.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I was
the
like, I was going to the Void Staff. There we go.
Insanity coming through here as KT just demonstrating all of the confidence ever in order to build that item.
Sork shoes too, man. He's got all the magic now.
Oh, he does. He does. He's ready to do the damages as Dudu as well has the Mega Gnar, but he doesn't have the health bar. Unfortunately, as now Karis does find himself a charm. Vikla looks to get himself out of the way, though, and unfortunately, the wallets from KT are just a little bit too sizable. And Karis not going to be able to find that one. Aiming, dashing this way, then that way. He's zigging and zagging.
You know, why do we always talk about the size of the wallet? It's really what's in it, you know?
That is true. It's about the substance, isn't it?
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah.
I mean, the weight of the wallet is usually what you say. The wallets are heavy.
Yeah. I mean, I guess that's relevant. As OnFleek does have a broken stopwatch now, and also is going to spend some time in the death chamber. Dudu possibly going to join him. Both of them do limp away, as the Nexus turrets have now been taken down. It's a bare Nexus, as KT... I wonder whether they'll look for the kills. And yes, of course they will. They get the first one here onto the Gnar, but they do spare the rest of Hanwha Life Esports as they destroy the Nexus here and take game one.
The prio in mid they were trying to fish for with this Ahri. Unfortunately, they still weren't coordinated enough to win when KT decided to actually turn the amp up to 10, max out the volume, and to just fight nonstop. That's when they fell apart. But yeah, you can see in the gold graph, like around 18 minutes was when suddenly it was all fighting all the time for KT and they were winning it. That was when Rascal said, the English casters are voting for me. But my favorite thing about this Twisted Fate pick is, for me, Karis has always been, in the LCK, most impressive when he's on Rise or Twisted Fate. And even the Galio. Any champion that allows him to collapse with his team and actually make a global impact in early mid.
KT fans pretty loud, but not using any E words just yet.
Vikla,
the jungle with control.
That was really scary for just a moment there for OnFleek. I thought he was going to try to chase in. And of course, pre-6, Twisted Fate is not going to be able to go as fast as Talia.
There's the dash forward as Johnny does manage to get himself a grab at him. There is the polymorph onto the Lucian here as well as OnFleek. He's trying to be tricky. Vikla as well, a little bit caught out, but First Blood once again goes to Aiming, and Life is just flashing on top of them. There are the circles. Johnny's going to be thrown back, and this time, let's just make it a double.
And I don't understand the reasoning as to why the Aphelios at this stage in the game is trying to fight Lucian Nami. There is not an enemy AD carry, as we see a rotation up here to try to punish Rascal.
Yeah, okay. Rascal is in a whole lot of trouble And yeah, Chonny's going to visit him here, and Rascal's just going to give himself over to Chonny as the lone killer of the Sejuani. So denies any assist gold, and you know, props for that. But still, Rascal caught out. Good rotation there for Hanwha.
Karis is losing like 5 million CS throughout all of his roams here, as Vikla...
to make sure that they can get Chonny back into this game, because honestly, from the laning phase, he was absolutely destroyed. But this could certainly be a bit backbreaking, as Tidal Wave once again going to be absolutely majestic, as it does basically nothing, and aiming is just going to come on over. Alcove Gaming is going to be the bane of Harma Life Esports one more time. And TF with, okay, never mind. Aiming, going to get caught out of position. He's dashing, and he's going to be able to make it out. Okay, never mind. He does have to use everything available in his kit, but he had no flash, he had no cleanse, and he still makes it out thanks to life. As Cuz is now potentially caught, but I'd say it's more like the opposite, as they have a gentleman's agreement there with the Blast Cone. Chonny takes a bit of damage there with the Piercing Light.
Which is sad, because I think both of these champs could actually snowball this game even harder from ahead. And Vikla does now have that crown.
Yeah, Rascal going to find himself an ulti as they were trying to take down the control ward. Weaver's Wall comes on through, and Harma Life, everyone was there, but they just can't do anything about the fact that KT want to start a fight.
Yeah, and Weaver's Wall gets some value here. Not going to lead to a kill, but will force a flash. Karis going to switch that to a heal. Not as impactful.
Well, Cuz going to get knocked up here, as Trundle may need to use the Subjugate, and he is just going to go down before he can even do anything. Big Gnar there from Dudu, but not quite able to get too much done. Aiming, Calibrum Q comes through from Chonny, and they execute the Lucian. Karis locks down the Talia as well, as Rascal's desperately trying to get away. The Boomerang, so incredibly close, but not close enough. Still,
KT just got split in half.
Watch this though. He gets Seismic shoved, and then like 2 members of KT instantly get walloped.
Yeah. And if aiming is there to add some extra damage, I think they could probably front to back this, but he's trying to kill the enemy Lulu.
Oh man.
I'm going to finish him.
Close.
Almost. Well, KT now down on gold, still have prio for the Drake. On fleek, like you said, being a secret agent. Trying to set up another Cyclone flank here. On a ward.
Oh dear. Aiming.
Drop that Herald! Drop that Herald!
Oh no! Well, On Fleek's real dead. I don't know what else to tell you guys. Sometimes you go for the hero play. You do manage to secure a turret, but you lose a Drake, and there's no fighting left available because there's no smite.
Yeah, he is seen.
Boomerang steal? Wolf?
We've seen it before, you and me. This is not it, though. I like how he throws it after the notification comes up, just for posterity's sake.
Yeah.
And as they should. They just want to siege up this turret, take it out here, remove some...
Whoa, the fadeaway! There's the Seismic shove as well. Tidal Wave is beautiful, but Dudu survives for such a long time. Cyclone clone into the back line for On Fleek, but honestly, there's no follow-up, and he has to just drift away as Karis. Not going to get picked out by the Seismic shove, but does move himself out of position. Gold card. Connects onto aiming. He's not going to cleanse it.
Yeah, it's nasty.
Yeah, it's really not going to be a thing. As this is another one of those things that we were talking about that you cannot cleanse. That is, of course, the pillar. As Weaver's Wall comes on through, Vikla just going to follow the Tidal Wave down. Karis going to be picked off with that Seismic shove. Not dead just yet, but Harma Life Esports just taking all of the poke damage that KT will deal out towards them. Rascal still so healthy as once again. It's going to connect as Vikla flashes the wall just to lock down the kill onto the Wukong.
That ward sees him. That ward just to the left of the wall there.
KT see all, Wolf.
Look at all these wards here. Like, there's nowhere that you are as Harma Life Esports where you're not seen. Like, on one hand, it's an impressive Seismic shove from Vikla, but on the other hand...
On Fleek just gets caught out as aiming. Oh, doesn't actually manage to get the engage. He flashes, gets knocked up by the second part of the Cyclone, though. And that is so much damage now missing. Vikla as well is frontlining. He's just going to get taken down as KT. They throw it all away. Who got excited?
Yeah, that's the question. Well, On Fleek is just ready to punish a Gale Force forward. Aiming is looking for an aggressive move there. They turn on him. Cyclone catches him. He has no way out.
Yeah, and now that Destiny is not going to be available for trying to wrestle their way in towards this Drake pit. However, they have made it here. Dudu's Naba back to a good position, but he gets shoved, and the bubble is going to connect as well. There's the layering of CC, but he still flashes his way out of it. Still, it's a lot of buttons now pressed for KT. Hanwha, I mean, Dudu soaked all of it. He's now got teleport to try and get back into this fight afterwards as well, as Weaver's Wall is going to try and deny Hanwha, and KT will try and rush this one down. They're doing a lot of damage to it. Cuz off to the backside. Dudu makes his way back in, but now it's an Elder Drake on KT, and Hanwha have decided, oh wait, we don't want this after all. Another seismic shove. Dudu is addicted to them, as OnFleek's gonna get eaten by a dragon in the form of aiming, and now Vikla is looking to surf his way over and tidy up the rest of Hanwha life. Nor about that house flying past his whiskers.
Cuz is pushing mid. They don't have to stick around here. Could just force Hanwha to go mid, and then they'll take the inhibitor. Like, they're going to get one of these no matter what.
Oh no, OnFleek immediately going to get stifled as aiming just flashes out of the way. Moonlight Vigil once again sails by majestically, but does zero impact in this fight. Dudu now fighting towards the top side, but Vikla is just frontlining. And his Q, remember, is just cullings. Just little cullings over and over again, doing so much damage here as Hanwha no access to this fight whatsoever. KT will get a teleport from the Sejuani to make sure that they can get free damage onto this Nexus turret, as well as Karis. Gonna take a lot of damage there from aiming, but he doesn't complete the kill. Dudu now back onto the fountain for another go, as the Lulu is just gonna get knocked up, and so much health just going to be ripped away from him. The Nexus, though, is going to be the first priority here, as Hanwha will lose this series 0-2, and KT make it 3 in a row. They're feeling so much more comfortable. Aiming especially has just really settled into this KT roster, and the performance is really starting to demonstrate exactly that.
Thank you very much, guys. This is Jisung for the POG interview, joined by the Vikla and Raska from KT Roaster. Congratulations on the 3-match winning streak, guys. How do you feel? I'm glad that we are able to pick up another 2 victory. Me too. I'm happy that I won the POG today. Super happy. Raska, let's get back to game number 1. This R5 Sejuani carried the entire KT players on the back of the Piggy. Tell me about the pick and the strategy behind that R5 Sejuani. Nothing special. I just wanted to, hold on to the top lane, and then open team fights as a Sejuani. Are you happy with the performance on that Sejuani? I have a mistake with my decision, but other than that, it was pretty good. So we had first blood secured by KT Roaster at about 15 minutes into the game, and you even TP'd down to the bottom lane to set up for kills, and there was one moment where you said, take this kill aiming, so tell me about it. I don't remember that at all, saying that, I was just playing tank, so I wanted to make my carries take the kills. I guess you trusted aiming will carry the late game, right? I trust all of the carries on my team. What about you, Vikla? Makes sense. I agree with him too. Well, currently here at LCK, Sejuani is sitting on about 50% of win rate. And Roscoe, you are the first player to actually win POG on Sejuani this split, and you have the highest win rate on the pick as well. Tell me about your thought with that champion. I think this is a really good pick to round out a comp, You can initiate team fights. This is a really good blind pick, but at the same time, you can also pick it later to round out your comp. Then why is Sejuani not standing out on competitive matches? I mean, Sejuani has a really low cooldown on the ult, so you have to really fight a lot in order to get the best value out of that pick. But we're not having too many fights here at LCK. But today we are able to utilize that ults as many as possible, and was able to do a great job on Sejuani as a team. You really have to try to, have a lot of fights with the Sejuani ults. That's my tip. And today you are able to shut down Dudu on the top lane one more time. You've been stepping up so much recently. Do you also agree with that? I was definitely not performing in the beginning of the split, but I don't want to say I'm doing great right now. It's like not bad status right now. And I think I have a long way to go. And Vikla, we had a very similar comp pulled off by KT Roaster for both games. The only change with the picks was the jungle role from Viego to Trundle, and then the opponents decided to play Wukong TF. Tell me about the strategy and drafting. So I could kind of figure that they will be playing around the bottom lane with that TF and Wukong, so I wanted to crush the lane and, you know, kind of protect my teammates. Because right now the meta is all about the bottom lane, so I was pretty sure that they're going to play around the bot lane. And Talia is climbing up that tier list here at the LCK. This has been a really, you know, strong blind pick of the LCK. Why is that? Talia is so powerful in team fights. She can also create a lot of kills and set up for plays on the side lane with that ults as well. And I have been practicing Talia a lot recently. So whenever I see the angle for Talia, I'm pretty sure we're gonna secure that pick. KT Roaster is now on a 3-match winning streak, and your next opponent is against Nongshim Red Force. What do you expect from that series? I will make sure to pick up another victory in that series, and BDD is having a hard time, and I'm gonna make it even harder. What about you, Vikla? I think Nongshim definitely has the potential, so I think we really have to prepare thoroughly for that matchup. This will be the end of the interview from the solo laners of KT Roaster, and back to the carpet space. Thank you.